Hi, I'm Taylor. In today's video, we are going to make some music with Midicake's ARP and Ableton Live. Midicake did send this to me, which I am so grateful for. I can't thank them enough, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching my videos to even have someone offer to send me something like this. If something like this is useful for you, they are on sale right now because of the holiday season coming up, so the link is in the description. Outside of that, please like, please subscribe. Most importantly, please stick around. Let's get into it. I started playing with it today. I've read through the manual and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to make a video with this. And as I was playing, I just kind of got sucked in and went, this is what I should do. This is the video I should make. So I've already started some of the process of like picking some sounds and stuff. To be honest, it's mostly presets, but we'll go through everything so you can see where my brain went and how I got here. I am doing it a little different, as you can see. I'm using Ableton Live and the Midicake ARP. That's it. Before we get into the music side of things, the only thing that is plugged into my computer is just the USB cable into my computer. Now the ARP doesn't make sounds. It is purely a controller. And while I fully intend to use this with like Move and my modular rack and some other synths, that will be another video for another time. This is very fun to use, spoiler, so there's going to be more of this. But for now, to keep things so simple, to make sure that I'm understanding what it does and using it as the focal point, I figured putting it into Ableton was the cleanest way for me to do this. So a quick little overview, so you know what we're looking at if you've never seen this thing before. Well, actually, to take one step back, the build quality on this thing is honestly really great. It's full metal. I don't want to move it too much because then my angle angle won't be as nice. I think I already bumped it. It's made of metal. I like the look, although most of the gear that I have is quite sharp, but this seems to do a really good job of blending old and new. The pads are very tactile. I like the display. It's nice and bright. It's a really easy interface. So up top, we have the macro knobs that you can assign to, each one is assigned to each ARP, and you can pick when you press down on it, like what parameter it goes through. This next section is the 4 different ARPs you have, and you can mute or follow action each one. And then you have the chords. I'm currently in the play view. So this is selecting what type of chord we're playing, and then this is the different root note of what the chord is. And then you have the display, and then you have some functional stuff over here. It gets a little deeper when you go to the set view, which is pressing the set button, and now it's green. The colors change, real simple and straightforward. And now you have the settings for each of the different ARPs, and right now while they're all lit up, it's all of the ARPs. So like if I want to mess with ARP 1, I am in set, so I press ARP 1, now it's lit up, and currently I'm looking at time, but I could go to velocity, gate, octave, note, time, step, offset, all sorts of stuff. And all of these are the menus, so like if we want to go to mode, we can play with the different sections and all that stuff, the MIDI out, then there's the global menu, and you can go through all the settings. That was very fast, but that's it. Now here is where I paused so that I could film this. I think one of the coolest parts about this, and it is kind of its main selling point, is that it has all the chords. And when you go to the play view, you can have all of your ARPs shift with you. And while it might be slightly confusing when I refer to each of these things as ARPs, it's really just the 4 MIDI channels, because not everything has to be an arpeggiator while you're using it. Like you might have seen, one of them was a chord, another one was a drone, I think, or a pad. So there's a lot of options in how this controls your sounds. To go a little deeper, let's go to bass here. So this is the analog bass sound. I'm using drift. It is just pretty much a, let's mute everything so we just hear this. Right, so we can open the filter up if we want. but we're gonna leave the filter closed so it continues to make the same sound. This really is the analog bass preset in Ableton. I think I adjusted the attacks in the envelopes. I did add a Valhalla reverb. This is the settings if you want it. And okay, bye, you should have paused. Next is the ARP, which probably my favorite part of this whole thing. It got me the most excited when I was playing with it. It is the 80s tape sound, and I definitely have used this on the move before. This is what it sounds like. All I did was turn the filter down. And then the next channel, we have, I named it the piano stab. I'm not really sure what I would actually call this. It's kind of like an organ. It's got a lot of reverb on it. I think I added, oh no, this is all an Ableton preset. It's called Bell Away. It's also drift. I think I moved again the attack, the envelopes a little bit from the preset. Next we have a pad, and this is the basic saw pad. And this is the reverb. Pretty much the same as the other reverb. So there you have it. That's all 4 channels. If you don't know what major, minor, 7th, 6th, sus, chords, diminished, augmented chords are, that's okay. Something that really piqued my interest when I started playing with this is I did go through counterpoint and music theory in college. It was long enough ago where those were not important things to remember for me. So as I've been doing a lot of computer music and a lot more, I would say, simple progressioned music, I've forgotten a lot of those different chords and different intervals. So having this at my fingertips is really awesome because now I can sit here and pick the different option, like a D6th, right? And what's nice is when I press it, it'll play it, like you just heard. So I can go like a sus4. So we can get it, and if we want to just hear chords, that's the D sus4, but what's the difference between that and D minor? Okay, so there's a little bit spread out. As a whole though, what's really cool about this to me is you can record into Ableton, which let's just hit record right now, and let me play it. You'll see that it will record the MIDI, which you'd expect it to do. Totally normal. But where I think this is really awesome is if you still don't know what a lot of those different chords are, this is going to help you learn because now you have the MIDI that you can look at in Ableton. So let's do, like, I'm gonna go D minor, then let's do D sus4, and then back to D major and see what happens and see where the differences are. Is it, oh, I can't hit with spacebar, gotta hit it here, so. Sweet. So now let's double click this so we can have this a little bit bigger here. So now if we look at this, we can see the different notes that are being played. So it's D, F, A, and then D, F. So I have it set to play 5 notes. So it's playing a little more than just the triad of the chord. But if you look, it goes the root, the 3rd, and then the 5th, which is totally normal for minor. So D, F, A, D, F, fine. And then we have the sus4. So if you notice, there's not an F, but now there's a 4th, which is more than a 3rd, which would be the G. Man, I know my music theory more than I thought. Let's go. I'm actually pretty proud of this. So you have the 4th instead of the 3rd, so you're playing D, G, A. And you'll notice again, because I have 5 notes, it's D, G, A, D, G. So we're playing the root, the fourth, and the fifth. And that's where you get this sound. Can I not? Let's turn off the external real quick. Okay, so then let's go back to the root, or the minor. So you can hear the textural difference. And then now if we go to major, which is the most similar to minor, it's a major third instead of a minor third. That's the difference. That's where it's major and minor, because it should still be A. Yeah, so it's D, F sharp A instead of D, F A. So if we play the major, and then we play the minor, so now obviously if you know theory, and theory is totally normal for you, that this might be a little bit more of a like, yeah, whatever, dude. But I got really excited hearing my music that I was creating feel a little bit more, I don't want to use the word intelligent, but it just feels like a little bit more intelligent in the chord progressions that I'm getting, because as I make music just by myself and just for myself, I don't hear those chords. I don't hear the sus4 and the diminished chord or the augmented chord. So it's really inspiring to hear these different progressions show up. Now, if you followed my channel, or if you've watched some of my videos, you might be like, well, yeah, dude, you can do that on the OPXY with Brain. I know, but that might be something worth comparing the two and seeing how they both differ. Might actually be a fun video. I need to do more with the OPXY anyway. That's not why we're here. We're here for the Midicake ARP. So now let's go back to the D minor. And let's change this view. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Turn the external back on. Now I'm just gonna play through this and just find a couple progressions that I like and record them. And then we'll add some drums and we'll arrange something a little bit and go from there. It's kind of cool. Maybe augmented. No, let's go seventh. Ooh, sus2. Okay, so I think we go here. That's kind of cool. I am okay with that. So now let's perform it. Nope, I ruined it. Okay, so if we are able, let's go here and delete that. What if we find? Let's try that actually. So if I go record and we go, no, not over. Can I tell it to not record there? Or is it always gonna start at 1? Well, let's just do this. Let's just keep it easy. We'll move these out of the way and we'll just start here. What if we go? Ooh, actually just F major is kind of cool. Okay, so now let's do this one more time and just go. Oh. Oh, forget the spacebar doesn't stop it. Oh no. Okay. So if we want this, it's very funny that I'm looking down instead of at my screen. Okay. Let's turn off this for a moment. Hello. It's kind of fun. It's very like dreamy. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, cool. So now if we were to take this and we were to add drums, let's go with, let's say, an 8-bar loop. Here are the drum sounds we're dealing with. Ooh. Kind of fun. I liked these drums the most for this sound. Have no idea what the actual note is, so we'll see if it sounds out of key. There are way too many key commands in my brain. So this is 8 bars that I'm looking at. So we should zoom in. So now we're looking at a little over 4 bars. So let's do this sound on the 3rd of every bar. And I'm actually gonna just loop this at 4 bars for now. Ooh, that's so dissonant. What note is this? Best way to do this is go over here. I need the tuner. Oh, this is going to be no longer problematic. Of course it's... Oh, well, if it's G sharp, that should be okay. Okay, so G sharp, now let's lower... What? How did I... There we go. So now we would come to the transposition and we would lower the G sharp. Let's put it to F. No, let's just go up 1 to A, because then it'll be on the 5th, which might be weird, but might be better. I just don't like that. This could be cool if where's the release? This could be cool, and this could be what keeps the time. So instead of this, we would go rain. These gotta be louder. Maybe here. No, it would be like here. Oh, there's like a weird hit. Now let's hear it with the click. Oh, that's actually kind of close. Let's see if we leave it and see if we can find time before I get too obsessed with not finding the right time. This is weird doing this without a controller. Nope, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go good old 606. But we don't need 900 milliseconds of decay. And it's on trigger, that's fine. Where's the fade out? Here we go. That's fine. We could just do this for now. I'm okay with that. And then if we go, what if we take like this sound, go like here? That needs like a snare, like a... Maybe it's that. It's kind of cool. For sake of time, we'll just keep that rolling. It's kind of fun. Okay, so now if I duplicate that, let's see what the whole thing sounds like. What if we slow this? I didn't really explain how I got in here, so I'm gonna mute everything but the ARP. So that's so pretty. Okay, so now you see it flashing, and you've noticed everything's flashing anyway, I hope, the lights for the different ARPs while they're on. So if we go to set, and then I go to steps, you have to press steps again to see, because I was in a different view. So there's little lines on the side that tell you which part of the menu you're in. So there's 8 steps, 2 octaves. I think, because, well, I guess 1 octave. Okay, 1 octave. Bear with me. I'm not gonna argue with this. So you have options. We have the velocity, we have the gate that I have set to ticks, but what's cool is you can lengthen it. I think these might be too fast. Let's try. Oh, I moved the release of this, so beyond the ticks, you're not gonna notice. But you can make it a really tight MIDI note or a really long MIDI note. Basically, this is just sending MIDI notes, which is really cool. So if we go over here, where is it? Direction, we can choose the direction. And so there's a few different options for direction. I liked up for this. What's also really cool is there's a delay and an offset, so you can offset the amount of steps, so you can get really interesting variations. And what makes the macros cool, which I was kind of wondering what I would use these macros for. Actually, this one makes sense to do instead of steps to set it to offset. So now the offset can be this knob. That could be a really interesting way to use the macro, especially with like an ARP. Bounce was a fun one. So bounce, there's options. It sounds so pretty in major. This just really inspired me as I was playing with it to lean into it and lean into everything syncing. This is also, I'm not even in the different modes. So like this is just purely the note options. We can go into mode and it's currently in ARP mode. We can change it to chord or pad or drone. Obviously this one we want ARP. But then there's rhythm, so you can choose the rhythm, and this is currently rhythm length, but they also have rhythm pattern. There's groove, effects, modulations A and B, and then what MIDI channel you're sending to. So, and then the MIDI voice type, and if you're using CC. So currently I'm on MIDI channel 2 with this. I did them 1 through 4. And then this is mono, because it's an ARP, I don't need it to be polyphonic. And then you have the whole global menu, which I'm not gonna dive into right now. But also, what I didn't do is the up down is octave, so we can and this is the global octave. So if I wanted to change it for one specific one, I go into set, go into it, and then go octave and choose the different octave. But how cool is that? Isn't this really fun? I like this a lot. I am very, very intrigued with using this as like the brain for communicating to my modular and hopefully some other synths, because I think this is actually going to resolve a few of the pain points that I have. I like things that make me think to use my other things. And this so far has been doing that for me, which makes me really excited. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you enjoyed this different way that I've done this today. Please let me know in the comments if you like this. I want to do a lot more with Ableton proper. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, please subscribe. I have the options for you to subscribe to a membership if you want to. Link for this guy is in the description. Get one if you want it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good day.